Yeah, well, first of all, let's make sure we um, don't lose sight of the fact that you know a family lost a son, lost a brother, lost a father, lost a relative, and we lost somebody from our community. Um, so sometimes that gets hit. That family's grieving, and that's one of the main reasons why I want our kids to go and pay respect today. What this has done, though, is awakened the world. Um, I'm old enough to remember the race riots in the 60s. The thing I remember about the race riots in the 60s and the Rodney King ordeal was that was black people. Just what you saw. You saw black people rioting against systemic racism. Now you cut on CNN, MSNBC, and you see people in Germany, people in London, people all over the world holding up signs, Black Lives Matter. And this is what this is. We have a chance here. Not always do you have a chance. Sometimes hope and faith are important words, but I have hope that all across our country and all across our world that we seize this opportunity to continue this fight forward. And even though you may think in your little corner of the world that what I do may not matter much, it does. There's a lot of steps involved here, but the first step is important, and the second step, and we have to keep this going. There's a lot of ideas that are running through my head. I had an unbelievable talk with Chris Pesman the other night. We all have to control the areas that we can control, and for our players and our staff, we gave them a platform to talk. The stories that came out, we have all kind of people in our program. We have white people, we have black people, we have people of color. Some of the most emotional things I read from some of our white coaches, and that's what has really emboldened me and got me excited. Is how people are taking the time to educate themselves on what has happened in this country. As far back as 400 years ago to right now. And if we have one person or 10 people that become a better person, that become more cognizant of what's going on in the world and how police brutality, what that's done to a certain segment of society. From Rodney King to Eric Garner, Colin Kaepernick, George Floyd. There's so many things that are out there right now that we can learn from. But that's the key, is to learn from them and to act on it.
How have your players reacted to all of this?
I wish I could share with you the some of the things that they've said. They probably would prefer to keep them personal. Just having the platform to educate. Sometimes the best way to educate is educate yourself. I had a person in our program he was showing me the book he's reading. The plight of Black Americans in our society. Wouldn't have had that book before. Now he's reading it. He's learning something from it. That's why you have hope. I follow Tony Dungy a lot. He was quoting scripture from Galatians this morning that really resonated with me. But Caleb Rudu, Casey Beard, Bryson Gresham, Cam Tyson, who's still in Seattle. He had to, I don't know how many words you have in it, what's the most you can put in a text, but he was bordered on it. But it was his emotions coming out. The thing that's done is caused every American to take an inventory of yourself. It's forced us to answer some questions that maybe we don't like talking about. Like, I think there's a big difference in being non-racist versus anti-racist. Some people, you say, well, he's racial insensitive. Well, does that mean he's racist? You're either non-racist or anti-racist, and we're trying to. If we want to eradicate racism, then we've got to get people to stop thinking in terms of racial injustices and understand what that is.
Thank you, Coach.